Hi friends, I am Manivanan RJ, psychologist, cognitive behavioral therapist. So in this video, we are going to see how to handle restlessness. All of us definitely have faced this state of mind, being restless. So the very basic behavior of restlessness is discomfort. During restlessness, you feel that your mind is unclear, your decisions are quite disturbed, your communication is inappropriate. People can easily identify that you're restless, you're not okay, you're not comfortable. They might ask you, what happened? What happened to you? Why are so restless or why are uncomfortable? So this is how to handle this restlessness. So let me first briefly explain what is restlessness state of mind. So basically, there is a restful state. There is certain disturbance in that restful state of mind, so it becomes restlessness. Simple. So let us first see what is restfulness. In two conditions, we can exactly see the restfulness. One is in deep sleep. When you are in deep sleep, you are in complete restful state. You are not so much disturbed. Why? Because you have refrained your mind and senses from the external world and you are in your subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind projections are very beautiful. It shows you everything. It shows from the fantasy to reality and whatever you have witnessed so far in your life, randomly, maybe sometimes according to your recent incidents. So basically our mind has three segments of memory. One is sensory memories, touch, hear, taste, smell and vision, all those things. The second one is subconscious memory or otherwise medium term memory, which is subconscious. Something is in working condition for us, which is actually a place of recollection. Then much more deeper, a long term memory or unconscious state or collective conscious state, much more deeper, which is actually experienced memories. For example, you touch the ice cube, that's a sensation, and it goes to your subconscious mind as a processing, that you process it, that it is kind of chill, not completely comfortable, but yeah, it is kind of cool, and it directly goes to your long-term memory. Same thing with fire, it burns and quite uncomfortable. Like that with people, your relatives, within yourself, school and peers, society, country, all like this, all those sensations of conscious and long-term memories. So when you're sleeping, all those memories will be popping up one by one. They'll be coming to your conscious state. And because you're sleeping, you refrained your mind from the external world. What is happening? Everything happens with you subconsciously. Just subconscious sleep is nothing but your nighttime imaginations. Daydream is nothing but your daytime sleep. It's a kind of like that. So, these are all memories. During daytime, when you are working or when you are talking to people, your mind projects those memories slowly. It will be coming out, especially when you are reading or when you are silently sitting and listening to someone. When you are talking, that's a different case. But when you are listening or when you are reading, when you are watching movie, when you are not the second person directly talking to someone or behaving, so that time the memories will be automatically pop up and slowly will start flowing like a smoke to your consciousness. And if you are capable enough to just witness those memories and again focus on the person to whom you are listening or to which movie or program you are watching or to which book you are reading, then that is restful state during the daytime. That means the memories are just popping up and you're just witnessing the memory. Yeah, it was my childhood, it was my school, and it was in my college. Yeah, yesterday my dad spoke this, today morning mom spoke this, and all those things. Just leave it. You have to just ignore it, capable of ignoring that. But whatever I have told now so far is restful state. But if any one memory, if you catch hold, which is uncomfortable memory, which you have experienced painful moments with those memories, and those memories are coming, when you catch that memory and follow with that memory, then that memory hijacks you, then it becomes thought. The memory now becomes thought. Until then, it is just a memory. When you catch that memory and follow the memory by your own imaginations, then it becomes thought. Now, if that uncomfortable thought, painful thought, when you go along with that, you forget the person to whom you are talking. And you forget the movie or program what you are watching. You forget the book what you are reading. You just go with the thought. And the thought has painful memory, and it takes to the root of that memory, from where that memory emerged. And when it is going, you are traveling with that memory. In between, if you get conscious, then you are escaped. But if you just drowned with that memory, you're going, keep on imagining, then it becomes a thinking. The moment that memory is going to the root, where the painful moment happened, that experience happened, when it is taking you there, slowly you become restless. You can see that your breath changes and you feel discomfort. You find anger inside that. How it happened? See, like this it happened. They spoke to me like this. I reacted like this. A completely outside world is blatant. Inside world you are just following the thought, following that memory. Outside, sensational memory will be there, that is keep watching. If anybody come and touch you, listen to you, yes, you look at them. So that is what the memory, unpleasant memory, when you follow it, it becomes restlessness state. It brings you restlessness, anger. So already you would have got it, how to escape from that. Simply, when you think about, when you just get conscious now that this memory, it is a memory, I'm just keep on spiraling my imagination, so I'm going, it is making me restfulness, uncomfortableness. When you get conscious only, you are half escaped. But for some people that is quite very strong memory, especially elders, like aged peoples, or people who have recently gone through that situation like anger, fights, some traumatic situations. No matter, even if they get conscious also, the mind will again make them to think. Why? Because they feel some kind of healing when they follow the thoughts. Why? Because they feel feeling of extinguishing, or they are exploring and throwing out that anger and negative emotions. Yeah, that is kind of truth only. But you have to be conscious that you are just following the thought and you are just letting it all emotion go out. You should have that consciousness, then it is healthy. If you don't have that consciousness and just you are keep following the thought, drowned the thought, then it is going to create a mild disorder where you get anxiety, anxious, anger. And if that thought, that memory is pulling you much more deeper with imaginations to that exact incidental memory, then you get fear, then shivering, and breathe, heavy breathe, up and down breathe. So the nature has a beautiful mechanism for this, that any environmental things like any sound, or anyone calling you, mom is calling you, hey, the dad is calling you, hey, your friends are calling, you're getting a message in your mobile, you get conscious. The moment you listen to them, your sensory memory comes, you start talking to them, that memory, what was pulling you towards there, it just disappears. But apart from that too, you are just following the thought. Even your father is calling, mother is calling, looking at them also, you'll be thinking that, yes, You keep on going, you're talking to them subconsciously, but your memory is taking there. So that is a mental disturbance, psychological disturbance, which is psychosis we call. Psychosis is pure psychological problem, that where you are just following the memory and you are getting disturbed. And slowly it will give you psychosomatic, which actually brings changes in your breath and fear, palpitation increase. So this becomes proper restlessness. So how to handle this? As I told you that when people call you or environment alerts you, then you can come out from that, travel with that memory. But nobody is there now, no deviations are there for you. Then once you feel that restlessness, you would have come out. That actually quite a discomfortable feeling for you. Through that, with memory of that uncomfortable restlessness, you should start practicing what I am going to say now. Clearly listen to me and keep it in your mind. For example, you are in a bus. It's a crowded bus, very tense, anxious bus. So many people are hanging and shouting. The conductor is telling that take ticket, shouting. All people are shouting and bus sound, all those things. You are feeling very anxious and very disturbed. But buses keep moving. The condition is bus will not stop. It's an imagination what I am saying to you. The bus is moving. If you want to escape from that bus, what you have to do? You have to come out of the bus. If you want to come out of the bus, the condition is bus will not be stopped. So how will you escape from the bus? Are you able to think of it? Yes. You will think of jumping from the bus. Okay, that's the best idea. Adventurous idea. Quite, it makes you more courageous. Yes, right. But when you jump from the bus, immediately when you jump and just stand on the road, what will happen? It will severely affect your body. You might meet with an accident. Why? Because bus is going in a speed. When bus is going in a speed, suddenly you are deviating from its own high speed and you become speedless. So it damages your system. So how you have to escape from the bus? No? You have to jump from the bus frontward. Along with the bus, you have to run few steps and slowly you should stop. Then you will not feel that pain. It will not bring you destructive impact on your body. The same mechanism we are applying here. When your memory is taking you towards the traumatic, slowly it starts with that feeling of anxiety, then anger, then fear. The memory will slowly taking, you are also going with that memory like a bus. In between you get consciousness. If you suddenly jump from that memory, like how you jumped from the bus, how it hurted you, like that, it will hurt you. Why? Because it will not immediately leave you that memory. It will just hold you. Immediately if you try to escape from that, it will hurt you. So like how you jumped from the bus and ran along with the bus few steps, then you stop like that. When you get consciousness that you are following that memory towards the fear or the traumatic experience, then what you have to do, when you are getting conscious, you have to just go with that thought like that only. Let you just go like you are just running with the bus line. Just go with that. Then after 10, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, just have a deep breath and just slowly jump from the bus, jump from the thought and come out. And again look at your TV or movie, or look at the people and listen what they are talking, or look at the book and start reading again. In next video we shall see if your restlessness is caused by certain incident or certain goals or certain programs or certain events, what is going to happen in future, like exams, or you're going to get married, or you're going to attend an interview, such kinds. If those things, future events, it is going to make you restlessness, how to handle that. We shall see next video. All the best.